So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And running with power here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Hunt, running left, fighting through, and he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing. Michael Vincent, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Seattle.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And that'll set them back 5.
There you go. 56 right there, 56. There you go. Can.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Here we go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Burrow going for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Joe Burrow. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
14, 49ers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 20.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Hunt, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Gets around him. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch.
To throw, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Lance. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Lance now on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. first down. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And, Charles, this defense may be excited, you'd have to think, at the prospect of facing a team working on a 3-game losing streak.
But their head coach, he really kind of poured water on that in his weekly press conference, and I would say the water was cold there, partner. He told everybody, listen, everybody's a threat. We can't take our eyes off the prize for 1 minute in this league. And I know everyone watching him say it, they may not have believed it, but no one challenged him.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Steps away to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
A final shot before half for Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A carry here for Hunt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Again, it's Hunt.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The Lance going to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a play fake. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one caught. It's Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Fights off the defender. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Man open, it's Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Gross. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Niners.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Slide for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Niners. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.